Guys, welcome to another video on the Inside Spurs channel. I'm Andy, your host, and in this video we have got a huge transfer roundup. Djed Spence leaving to go to the Italian giants, Inter Milan. We're talking Savinho with a bit of updates around that, the boring transfer that it is. We're talking Ashley Phillips. We're talking Destiny Udogie. We're talking, do you know what, all sorts. Just kick along for the ride. Let's talk, shall we? Let's start with Djed Spence because Fabrizio Romano with the Djed Spence to Inter Milan, here we go, confirmed. A verbal agreement in place now with Tottenham for the English right-back. Transfer fee worth €31.5 million. Full agreement also with Spence, who wanted the move. Now, look, I can't be asked to go in there and work out how much €31.5 million is, but obviously a part of that deal does come into fact that Middlesbrough are supposed to make 15% of the profit, I believe it is. I think they're going to make six figures on this deal. 500,000, call it $1 million even. They'll make that. Spurs are making some PSR profit. I saw people upset about it, but if I'm honest, we have spent so long for years overvaluing, overhyping, and in turn not being able to sell players because we're too desperate to get every single deal won. It's a change of mode, it's a change of scenery in terms of Spurs are just trying to get players off the books. It helps with the PSR, it helps us being able to then launch with new deals, and I get people are upset that Spurs haven't spent 800 million thousand or all this crap. But do you know what? And I get what people want attackers. I'm agreeing with you. I also want attackers. But they also are the same people that neglect to look at the rest of the business that has been done, which a lot of it has been great business. You've got a new goalkeeper, Senesi, Robbo, Van Hecke. You're looking at the fact they've brought in Tonali, Mateus Fernandes. You know, all of these things play a massive part. So do you know what? We need to just remember that, if I'm honest. We just need to remember that. There will be attackers. I'll obviously give you an update on attackers in a second. There will be more to come. We know there is, okay? In terms of more transfer news, following Balagan, there was talks that Spurs are progressing on this deal. Romano yesterday put out several clubs have called over recent days for Balagan, including Galatasaray and Saudi clubs. Nothing concrete or advanced with Tottenham at this stage. And he reported it again today. Nothing concrete on that side of things. So they have it on the Spence and Balagan side of things. Moving on to a little bit of news surrounding Destiny Udogie. Now, on the 27th of June, we were told, so 6 weeks ago, Udogie's not leaving. He is staying. Now, everyone knows how I feel about Destiny Udogie. When fit, I believe he's the best left-back in the league. I really do. But it's the key part there, when fit, right? Now, look, you've got Robbo, you've got Davies, Mickey van der Ven, you set a left-back, it's not a worry. But Alfredo Padilla putting out there are confirmation surrounding Roma's interest on loan with an option to buy. Not interested. I'm not doing an option to buy for our starting left-back. You buy him. Simple as that. You buy him and it's good money. All right. But Roma are expected to have further talks with Tottenham for Udogie. Up to a month ago, he was untouchable, but the situation is changing. It depends on the deal structure. Well, Spence being sold, I think, makes the deal much harder now for them. Because Spence also played left-back a lot. The demand now has dissipated. Simple as that. So that's not good news, if I'm honest. That's not good news for Roma. Spurs don't need to sell. They don't. Spurs probably shouldn't sell, in my opinion. It might be a next summer kind of move, but we don't need to sell. Update on Romero. The deal is close. Romano, again, has said the deal is close, but there was an update from Sizzy saying that as much as the January transfer window was a disgrace, Romero by that point had enough and started to become unprofessional. His behaviour had a knock-on effect with others, seeing the captain rock up to training late multiple times. Supposedly had an attitude where he wanted to take out his frustration on the owners over, the rest of the situation. I kind of get it. He wanted to have success here. Owners didn't want to do it. He got angry. Was told a bunch of things that would happen. They didn't happen. Again, I get it to a degree. Shouldn't have been unprofessional, though, so there's that. I mean, the fact that Arsenal wanted him is hilarious, by the way. He was never going to go to Arsenal. Daniel Munoz. Paulo keeps saying that Spurs like Daniel Munoz from Palace. Now, I saw figures around £20 million for him. And I can't lie, if that's the case, and you are going to move off Spence, I'd go get Daniel Munoz. Dependable. Similar in a way to a Pedro Porro. Probably a bit more on the receiving end of attacks than he is maybe creating. Like, Porro is very much a creator of attacks, right? Munoz feels like he's a bit more he plays a bit more further forward. I quite like the deal, and if De Zerbi wants to play that back three with wing backs, brilliant. He played it at Palace. Do it. So yeah, for me, I don't mind that deal whatsoever. And by the way, guys, I know I'm absolutely rattling through this. Basically, it's 7 p.m. at night. There's a cup final in an hour. There's some cricket on, and I also want to just enjoy a bit of peace after a day of work. I know, shoot me. Savinho side of things, it does sound like it's going to happen. Sizzy has said the situation's coming to an end next week. It will be in the favour of Spurs. Agreement is getting closer. Fees believed worth up to 70 million. De Zerbi wants Savinho for the Brentford match. So there you go. It finally looks like it's going to run its course and finally get done. I think, look, if we're bothered so much about 60 to 70, just do it. The money's still there to spend. We've got loads of money to spend still. You know, you amortise that over a 5-year window where we're talking, 14 million a year? It's not a lot, is it really? We'll get Europe in that time. Like, Spurs have no issues with PSR. Get it done. Get the manager who he wants. We still need to get at least one more attacker in, which I expect Spurs to do so, but maybe it'll go later into the window. I mean, it will depend on Barcola today with PSG. Is he going to be playing? I'm recording this before I know team news, by the way. Does that have a knock-on effect on Gakpo? So I'm just checking out the solar eclipse. It's not here yet. I won't go blind just yet. But look, guys, let me know your thoughts down below on that huge transfer roundup. I'm excited to know what you think. And I'll speak to you all very soon. Take care. Peace.